Good morning, I'm Lenny the Woodworker, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to do a wood inlay. Wood inlay is something good to practice and get good at, because you can take the simplest of projects and put an inlay into it, and it just makes it so much nicer. It's not that hard to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. See, we have one here. You just take, it's just a regular turkey call, and then you inlay a D in there to make it personalized. It just makes it that much better. Here's another inlay piece I worked on. This is going to be on the bow of the boat that's behind me. Another inlay. Just instead of having a plain piece of wood up there, I do an inlay. And then I have one more here. I did this years ago. You have a simple bench, but instead of just doing a plain top, just you add a butterfly, bow tie, whatever you want to call it, into the piece. So doing inlay work is pretty nice. It's not that hard. I'm going to tell you how I do it. So I have to make another one of these, but I got to put a different letter in there, G. And this is how I do it. First, I go on the computer and I print out something that I want, and this is what the customer had wanted. This G. So I did a bunch of them. Okay. The next thing you're going to do when you do inlay work, and actually with that compass rose, same thing, but it was a bigger one I printed out. I just want to show you because there's different ways of doing it. So something small like this one, I cut it out and I spray glued it to a piece of wood. Okay, and then from there I cut it out. Here we have it here. See, real tiny piece. Have it all cut out with a scroll saw, because you want to make the piece that's getting inlaid in, you want to make that first. Now in the case of something bigger or simpler, like the bow tie or the compass rose, like with the compass rose, I made all my pieces. I didn't glue this on. I made my different color pieces, and then I used this as a template to set them on and glue it up. But and then with the bow tie, you could sketch that. You don't have to print anything out. And you make your inlay first, the piece you want to inlay. Once you do that, you're going to want to trace it onto your piece of wood. You're going to put it on there. You're going to trace it with a knife. And this is a big piece. I was able to hold it on there and knife everything, so I get a nice crisp. You don't want to use a pencil. You want to use a knife. Same thing with the bow tie. You can knife that. In this situation, this is tiny, so I do it a little bit different. I actually cut out another one, and I actually, what you want to do is use spray glue, by the way, to put it onto your board. Also use spray glue, and I cut it. I'll show you here. I cut it, and I glued it to the actual piece. All right. Because that little G is very hard. You'll never get in there. The next thing I do, I'll bring this over here tight, is I actually cut out the black section. So you can see, where are we at here? So this is the piece I cut out to go in, and this I use a knife to cut it out. The reason being, when you do it that way, the paper will fold up. It'll be very hard to follow. So I cut that out. So now I know that I go to my outside line. Now, how do you route it out? You could use chisels, knife, things like that. What I do is I use my router. And in the router, I put a very tiny 1/16 of an inch straight bit in there. It won't go all over on you, and you could take your time and follow your line. The next thing, on these smaller ones, like that's tiny. That's very tiny to get in there with a router. I recommend these. These are magnified glasses, and I got that one through a website that sold stuff for jewelry makers, because they have to see close. So when you use that with the router, you can get really close to the line. I actually had to use that when I cut this out. Cut this out on the scroll saw. I used the same thing. And then actually, something this tiny, you get small files to really clean up your marks. Okay. Now, once that's routed out, you keep trying to test fit it to make sure it's going to go snug. Don't press it in there, you'll never get it back out. You just want to eye it up, make sure it's going to go in. Just add some glue, get a little block. You're going to glue it, put it in there, press it, and clamp it very tight overnight. The next day, take a flush trim saw, which I didn't lay out here for you guys, and you cut it off. See, this is the cut off from this one. From this inlay I did, here's the cut off. It was clamped on there. It was still 1/16 up. Just ran the saw under there, cut it off, sanded it up, and there you go. Then you put your finish on it. There's like I said, you can do it with the chisels and things like that, but I recommend, like I said, I recommend the router. And then sometimes with the bow tie, I'll do it the old school with the chisels and a router plane, just to keep up on the skill. The next thing I use, and some of these, the router's round, so it's not going to get in these points or anything. Same thing with the butterfly. So you clean that out with a chisel, but some of these small ones, get one of these, it's like a 30-second chisel. This is what I use for string inlays, which is going to be in another video. So hopefully I went through enough so you could start learning how to inlay. It's a lot of fun. You could add it to your different projects. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, because I'm going to be doing other videos. There's more inlays. There's string inlays. I can show you how to do bookends, neat little tricks to make like a flower inlay where you don't have to do all this. There's a lot of other things. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Talk to you later.